80% of people that try surplus funds fail. And listen, I can tell you that confidently after spending literally millions of dollars on YouTube ads, which means millions, tens of millions of people just like you have watched me teach and educate them on surplus funds, and yet 80% of them never even got past the starting line. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3 reasons why. Jumping into reason number 1, which is they are anxious and fearful. Yes, I know this is a big scary topic, literally fear itself. And it's important to discuss because in life, you will be fearful many times. I actually want to share a story. When I first got started in surplus funds, I was scared to death to make a cold call. And I remember I was sitting there and I was contemplating, should I do it, should I do it, should I do it? And I had this piece of notebook paper. And on that piece of notebook paper, I wrote like a crazy person, like 100 times in a row, like, I am able to do this. I am able to do this, like over and over and over again, just to like get myself to be confident enough to make the call. And then guess what happened? I made the call. Elderly gentleman picked up the phone, and I had my little first sentence I was going to say. And I forget what it was now, but whatever. I hit him with a sentence, and he goes like, huh? And I'm like, oh, okay, he didn't hear me. Like, I gotta tell him again. So then I hit him with a sentence again, and he was like, I'm sorry, say that one more time. And this kept happening. I kept saying the same thing, and he kept saying like, I don't know what it was. And then finally he heard me, and this is like 2 minutes into the call, and I'm thinking like, this is going well, right? Because I'm 2 minutes in. You know, usually the phone call lasts longer. It's going well. But I never got past the first line. He finally understood what I was saying, and he starts cursing me out. He's like, how dare you effing call me, and F you, and F this, and he hung up the phone on me. And you know what it did for me? It relieved me of the fear. Because if that's the worst thing that can happen, which it is, being yelled at on the phone by some random person and cursed out, if that's the worst thing that can happen to me, well, I have no reason to be fearful anymore. And it released me. It removed me from having that fear and from that anxiety, and it was gone. And all of a sudden, I was able to make calls all day like it was not a big deal. So number 1 is you have to overcome your limiting beliefs. You have to overcome your fears. Everybody has fears. Everybody has a comfort zone. Like this little box is your comfort zone. In order to get what you want, you have to get out of your comfort zone, okay? Always remember this. Normal thinking gets you normal results. Average is, in many cities, considered poverty level, okay? That's average income. Many cities consider poverty level. The average person in America is morbidly obese. The average marriage ends in divorce, okay? So I don't really want to be average. I don't really want to be normal. So therefore, in order to get abnormal results, I have to take abnormal action, and abnormal action is getting out of your fears. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is that they don't take the action in the right areas. So maybe they do take some action, maybe they've overcome that fear, but they're spending all their time on like building a fancy website. The beautiful thing about surplus funds is you don't need any website. In fact, our number 1 student that we've ever trained, he's recovered tens of millions of dollars in surplus funds just by himself and his company alone, did not have a website until just a few months ago. And trust me, they did tens of millions of dollars in business before they even had the website, okay? So you do not need a website to have a successful surplus fund business, but that's just one example. You could be spending your time doing really anything other than what actually matters. So here's a filter for you to use to determine what actually matters when you're doing surplus funds. Number 1 is this activity helping me get clients? Number 2 is this activity helping me fulfill clients? And if the answer to that question is not a direct 100% yes, then you should not be doing it. Now, more specifically, the advanced version of that, and really what you guys should all be asking yourself, is this activity I'm doing the best possible thing to get me the most clients in the least amount of time? And if the answer to that question is not yes, then you should not be doing it. For example, will a website help you get clients? It's debatable. It's not an astounding yes, so even with the first question, you should say no. But is it clearly the best thing you should be doing, the best use of your time? Absolutely not. Right? The best use of your time when you're first starting out is making calls, calling people that are owed money. Again, what is our system? Find, connect, collect. Find people that are owed money, connect with them, collect their money. That's literally it. That's all you got to do, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is they walk the minefield blind, okay? Now, what does this mean? That means that when you're starting off in a new industry, in a new career path, you're no longer an employee, you're running your own thing, right? There's a lot of things that you don't know. In fact, there's questions that you don't even know to ask, let alone the answers. And so you're in this minefield of all these potential mistakes. Each mine is a mistake that you could make. Now, the beautiful thing about, the world that we live in the business world specifically, most of those mistakes, they're not, mortal mistakes where you step on a mine and you're dead, right? Normally that's not how it works, okay, in the world of business. But there's still mistakes that'll set you back weeks or months, and you want to avoid those as much as possible. And so what people do when they're starting off in this business specifically is they try to walk through this minefield with a blindfold on. And as you can probably imagine, not the most efficient way to go through the minefield. In fact, I would probably dare to say probably the least efficient way to get through the minefield. So the question is, how do you take the blindfold off? And better yet, have someone guide you through the minefield. And that is, you work with someone that's done this before. Now listen, I've trained 5,000 plus people on how to do this successfully. Our most successful student is making $6 million a year with surplus funds. Okay, our average student makes $10,000 a month with surplus funds. We know exactly how to get you through the minefield from where you're currently at right now to wherever you want to be. So if you'd like to work with us, we're going to put a link down below. Book a 100% free strategy session call. In fact, in order for you to do that, I want to give you guys some more free value. When you click that link before you can book a call, there'll be a 20-minute training video on exactly why surplus funds is the best opportunity to make money from home right now, and more importantly, how we can help you do that with our Find, Connect, Collect proprietary system. So with that being said, click that link down below and enjoy the training and book a call with us if you do not want to walk the minefield blind. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because as you know, we do give out some free mini courses every once in a while on these videos, and you want to make sure you're one of the first people to see the videos and you watch all the way through, because only the first couple people that see that link will actually be the ones to get the free mini course. So with that being said, make sure you do that, and I will see you on the next video.